Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to see you guys again. I'm really hoping that you guys are having a beautiful summer. I am really excited about today's video because I'm going to share with you a very nice, beautiful, but yet simple, easy, and I think super fun thing to do for your next tea party. So I wanted to do something crafty. As you guys know from my previous tea parties, I have included games and crafts in my tea parties before. I actually have a whole video dedicated to activities that you can do during a tea party, and I'll be sure to leave a card for you so you can go check that video out. But I love to be able to do things with my guests. And I found through experience that the best thing to do is to pick some kind of craft that's easy to do or easier to do. So not a whole lot of preparation on the part of the guest. Most of the prep should be done beforehand, and it should be something that's easy, relatively easy for people to do, just because everyone's levels of creativity are different. Some people are more creative than others, and so you want to keep that in mind because you don't want any of your guests to feel like something is too difficult or theirs just doesn't look as great as the person who's sitting next to them. And of course, people could still feel like that. You can't really avoid how people feel, but I try to pick something that is pretty easy and simple to do, and that will have a nice final product at the end that my guests can take home, and every time they look at it, they can remember our time together. So I'm making it simple and easy for myself in the sense that I'm not having a full-blown afternoon tea menu today. I'm actually keeping it really simple. It's more of like a cream tea, if you wanna call it that. But on the invitation, I actually called this, and get ready for the pun, it's a Craf-tea. A crafty dessert party. So I'm not going to have a lot of savory items. I did decide to have some snacks just because I want something salty to break up all the sweet. But I'm keeping it very simple. I'll show you guys what I'm going to be serving. And then of course I made some scones because you gotta have tea and scones. And then I have just 2 desserts that I'm going to be putting out for the guests. And so the focus of today really is going to be just their craft, having some nice tea along with it, chatting, having conversation. That's another thing. I like to pick a craft that's not too consuming, attention consuming, so that guests can still talk to each other. And I think that you guys are going to enjoy the craft for today. It's something super fun, super chill, and you can do it with your girlfriends or you can do this with children. I have done parties before, like a crafting party with my nieces. There is a video on that as well. I did a paint and sip party with my nieces, and this is actually a really nice idea for my nieces as well, and I most likely will do this again with them. But today I'm doing it with a few of my girlfriends, which I'm excited about. But it's very versatile, and it's something that you can do, like I said, with adults as well as with children. So let's go ahead and continue with this video. I'm going to show you what I put on the table just so you guys can see the spread, and then I'll show you the craft and what I am going to be giving to my guests in terms of food and things like that. All right, so let's keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'm keeping the craft back here on the buffet table. So I shifted some things around so you guys can see it. We are going to be doing some diamond art today. And so if you don't know what diamond art is, it's basically like a paint by numbers, except that you're not using any paint. So that's another good thing about this craft, is that it's not messy. So it would be great to do it with kids as well because there's no paint. It could get messy, I guess, if one of the kids knocked over the beads, but wishful thinking, right? It should be mess free with adults. But I got these beautiful designs from Amazon, and I will leave the link in the description box below. because I think this was really, really affordable. It came a pack of 4. Each one is a different design relating to afternoon tea. And for the pack of 4, I think I paid like $8 or $9, which I think is really, really affordable. And so this is one of the designs. It's a teapot with a macaron and a little piece of cake. I hope that you guys can see it well on the camera. Then this is the other design, and it is a tier tray with macarons on it and some flowers, a butterfly. This is the next one, which is a beautiful teacup. And then the last one is just a cake, a piece of cake. And I have 8 because I bought 2 packs. I don't need that many because I'm not having 8 guests, but I want people to have options, and I didn't know if, you know, more than one person would like this, you know, the same design. So I just wanted to make sure that I got 2 of each, so that way, you know, my friends can pick the ones that they like, and if they happen to like the same design, well, at least I have 2. So, you know, there's some options here, but I'm excited for these. Again, it's super easy to do. All you have to do is match the numbers. So as you can see, there's numbers and letters, and each of those represents one of those little beads or diamonds as they call them. You pick them up with the little pen and you just stick them on the number or letter that corresponds with it. So it's very, very easy, and at the end they have a beautiful product that they can take home. Now, I had bought some frames because I wanted to frame them up for my guests, but the frames were the wrong size. I thought these were smaller. That's another thing that you guys want to keep in mind. If I could have gotten a smaller design, I probably would have gotten a smaller design. And the reason why I say that is because this could be time consuming. And so while of course I don't mind having my friends over for as long as they want to stay, but I also don't want them to feel stressed out like they have to finish this. So if I could have found something smaller, I would have, because they do come bigger than this as well. But I think this is a pretty decent size. These were on the website. It said that they were 3 by 3, but I think they're a little bit bigger than that. So maybe I don't know if I read it wrong or if I'm remembering it incorrectly, but they do look a little bit bigger. In any case, I bought some frames, but they were just too small because, again, I thought that these were a little smaller. So I'm just going to let my guests know, hey, we can start them. If you want to finish them, please feel free. But if you want to take it home, go ahead. I'll just let them know, like, don't open up all the beads all at once, just in case you don't want to finish it here. You can take it home and finish it. But so one of my recommendations would be is to stick to a smaller design, you know, not too big, so that way everyone can be done, you know, at a decent time, or they can choose to take it home if you want to do something bigger. And I did buy one for myself that I started already that is a lot bigger than this one. That one is like a 12 by 12, and I had loved that design, but it was too big. So I just bought one for myself, and then I bought these for my guests. So this is the Craft. And now I'm gonna go ahead and show you the food. All right, guys, so this is the spread. I have the blueberry and lemon scones that I made along with my homemade clotted cream. I have some macarons and some almond biscotti. So just, again, keeping it simple with the desserts. And then I just have my new country roses and my confetti rose china from Royal Albert. I'm going to have hot tea as well as iced tea. So I'll probably suggest the iced tea with the savory snacks and then the hot tea with the scones and the dessert. And this is what everything looks like on the table. And then in the kitchen, I have, again, just the savory snacks that I'll show you. All right, so for our savory snacks, I just picked up some layered pico de gallo with guacamole and some chipotle hummus. We'll have this with tortilla chips. And then I also have some Baby Bell cheese for anyone who wants some cheese. And again, just keeping it simple, not too much fuss for me. And that's the small spread for today. Well, that's a wrap for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you will take inspiration from this video and do a similar craft or maybe the same craft and have a nice Craf-tea afternoon with your friends and loved ones. Until the next time, have a tea-rific day. Bye!